Hi guys, Fire Players here and welcome back to another YouTube video on the channel. And today guys, we are going to be doing a little bit of a different video, alright guys? So, you know how I said that I was going to be grading AFL team seasons? This is going to be very similar to it, except it's pretty much going to be ranking the trade period on what I thought. So I'll just give you guys a quick little look at the grading the team season real quick. Alright guys, so in this video I went over I had colour codes. And then I just went over what I thought of every team season. So when I wait for this to load, I will show you guys, like you can see here, ranking out of 10 and final grade. So it's going to be a little bit similar to this. So we'll go ahead and, get started. So how this is going to work: 1, I will grade A, B, C, D, E, F. 2, I will rank out of 10. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I will give a final result, e.g. win, loss, etc. Alright guys, so that's what's going on in today's video. So I reckon we'll get right into it. We'll start off with the Adelaide Crows talking about their trade period. But quickly before we do, we're going to be grading, ranking, final results. So we have A, B, C, D, E, and F, and then of course A plus, B plus, C plus, D plus, E plus, F plus, and then A minus, B minus, C minus, D minus, E minus, and F minus. The colours represent the colour code every result I give. Grades, ranking out of 10, and final result will have the colour of the grade I give. Alright, so there's a couple more slides to go, and then we will be getting right into it. So again, the out of 10 chart: 0, 1 is an F, 2, 3 is an E, 4, 5 is a D, 6, 7 is a C, 8 is a B, and 9, 10 is an A. So if you have an F, you have a massive loss. If you have a E, you have a loss. If you have a D, you have a bad. If you have a C, it's in a decent, okay, or a fair. If you have a B, it's a good, or like a decent, something like that, good or nice, something like that. And then an A, amazing or perfect, something along the lines of that. So not all these are used. I did come up with a couple of other words as well, just so I can change it up. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into it, starting off with the Adelaide Crows. So I'm going to be playing a different video talking about the trades. So we're not going to talk about the trades here. We are just going to go over their trade period. So I gave Adelaide a grade, a B+, ranking out of 10, 8.5, and a final result in good. Again, Adelaide, they weren't hunting for a lot this trade period, but they got their key man, Jordan Dawson, who's going to play a key role in their future. Next up, we have Brisbane, which the only thing that comes to mind for me is that they got Darcy Fort. I cannot think of anything else that Brisbane were involved in this season in the trade period. I cannot think of anything else. So they may have been involved in like a pick swap or something, but I cannot think of anything else that Brisbane were in. So I've given their grade a D+, which is probably a little bit kind. It's probably around the D or a D-. I've given them a 4.5 out of 10, and final result, not the best. Now, the only reason why I think I've lifted their grade is because they have they were the team that unlocked that ruck merry-go-round. I think that's the only reason why they get a D+ in this circumstance. Just like last year, the dream goes on again for Carlton. Another A grade trade period. Grade. Oh, I realised that I did this one the wrong way around. Their grade was 10 out of 10. Their ranking out of 10 was an A+, and their final result was an amazing. Okay, let's do this again. Grade A+, ranking out of 10, 10 out of 10, and final result amazing. Sorry guys, that's a little bit wrong. I mustn't have been thinking so, but there was numerous places they can get. They got Shearer, they got Young, they gave away Petreski-Seaton to another club that might use him, and there's probably a couple more things that they did. I just can't think of any right now, but yeah, another amazing trade period, and Carlton actually managed to hold on to pick 25. Alright guys, on to Collingwood, grade an A-, ranking out of 10, 9 out of 10, final result really good. Again, Collingwood, pretty well the same as Carlton. Another amazing trade period for them. They got Lipinski, they got Kruger, and they were involved in a couple of pick swaps. They got the points for Nick Dacos early on as well. The only reason why I've really given them an A+ is because of those pick swaps for Dacos, but they did get Lipinski for a bargain price. I reckon the Dogs were thinking a pick 20-something, and I reckon they got him for around pick 43, something like that. So it was amazing how well Collingwood did with all their deals. So that's why they're an A-, because the way they negotiated the deals were really good. Now on to Essendon. Last year their trade and draft period would have been like a massive A. And they were another winner last year. This year, I feel like they settled down. They didn't really go out a lot. Again, I can't really think of what they did do, but I gave them a C. Again, they were decently active. The only thing that probably again bumps it down is they were looking for Bobby Hill at the last minute, which you can't really expect if they send that trade request out on the Monday, looking to get it done by the Wednesday. It's not going to get done unless if you've got some sort of thing that unlocks it. So again, for Essendon, late for Bobby Hill. He was late for the request. So, but yeah, again, not a bad trade period for Essendon. Now, I've also given Fremantle an A- as well, 9 out of 10, and very good trade period. Now, I want to say that Fremantle, they got Will Brodie, a nice addition. They got Jordan Clark for the price that they wanted to pay, which was pick 22, and they got pick 19, which means they have a whole 24 hours to decide their next move on the draft. So, I reckon Fremantle, again, they had another really good trade period. Well, I'm not sure if they had a good one last year. I'm pretty sure they did, but they had a good trade period this year, and that's the main thing. I reckon their biggest thing was probably getting Jordan Clark. Then Will Brodie, then pick 19. I don't know why the Suns actually would have given up pick 19, but alright. But yeah, a good trade period for Fremantle, and they'd be happy with it. Now on to the Cats. I've given them a D, which they're lucky not to have an E or an F. I've given them a 4.5 out of 10, and their final result, not good. There's some real trouble at the Cattery. Now, I've made up this massive opinion, which Geelong fans in the comments, you can say if I'm wrong, but I feel like there's massive trouble heading Geelong's way. One, they've not drafted a lot of players, and if they have, they've just been sitting at VFL level. And B, they do not have a lot of young kids waiting in the wings ready to go as a ready-made player. They gave away Clark. They gave away Kruger. Those were some chances to make the team. Constable's been delisted. There's some trouble. They've got a very older team, and my theory is that there's some trouble at the Cattery. That's just my opinion though. But yeah, grade D, rank 4.5 out of 10. Final result, not good. Gold Coast, grade D-, ranking out of 10, 4 out of 10. Final result, bad. That sums up Gold Coast trade period just like that, pretty much. Again, they didn't have a good trade period. They're going to have to really try and find a little bit of form next year. Otherwise, again, the club could be in trouble as well. There's a couple, yeah, Gold Coast could be in trouble too. But yeah, again, wasn't the best trade period for Gold Coast. Alright, now on to GWS. I've given them an E-, 3 out of 10, and their final result is a loss. They gave up Jeremy Finlayson for a future third round pick. They gave Finlayson to Port Adelaide, and he's going to go there, and he's going to be a gun. He's going to kick 30, 40 goals a season, and the Giants are going to be like, for a future third round pick that we're probably not even going to use, then they'll think, we technically gave him away for free. That was definitely one of the biggest steals of the trade period, was that move right there. Finlayson to Port Adelaide. The Giants, Bobby Hill wanted a trade request. They didn't accept the second round pick. But the good thing is that they do have pick 2 and pick 13 there, which they can draft some good players. Finn Callaghan will probably go to the Giants. And well, with pick 13, you can get another really good player. Alright, so Hawthorn now. I've given them a D-, a 4 out of 10. Their final result, not good. Again, Hawthorn, they were having a massive sale of like Luke Bruce, Jack Gunston, Tommy Mitchell, Jager O'Meara. No one got sold. They lost Tim O'Brien. Again, not a very big trade period. Yes, they may have gained Max Lynch, but can't really think of anyone else that they've gained in this trade period. Alright, now on to Melbourne. I've given them a C+, 6.5 out of 10, and decent. Now, they've already got a good list, but they did work their way back into the first round this year's draft, which I really liked, that they worked their way back. and that they got Luke Dunstan. So if they have a couple of problems, like say Oliver and Petrarca go down the same game, you have a ready-made player, Dunstan, there, and then there's always like a couple of others like Jordan and so on that can come in. So Luke Dunstan's a handy pickup for the Demons. They managed to work their way back into the first round. It was an okay trade period for Melbourne. Decent. Alright, North Melbourne, I gave them a C+, I gave them a 7 out of 10, decent. Much like Melbourne, again, they have really boosted their stocks, North Melbourne. Yes, they may have had to have given up Robbie Tarrant, but he only has, I'd say, 2 years. Once his 2 years come up with Richmond, he may sign a 1-year contract, but other than that, he's only got 3-4 years left in him at max. Callum Coleman-Jones, however, he's got plenty of years. He's got at least 10 if he commits with North Melbourne for all those 10 years. He's going to be a superstar, Callum Coleman-Jones, I can just tell. So, he's a handy pickup for North Melbourne. And that's pretty well solely why it's a C+. Callum Coleman-Jones is going to be a really good player in the future. Alright, now on to Port Adelaide. Grade C-, ranking out of 10, 6 out of 10, final result okay. Now, they may have made the biggest steal of the trade period, landing Jeremy Finlayson, but to do so, they had to give up Peter Laddams, which they were happy to give him up. But are they going to regret that now? Because Peter Laddams, I actually reckon, is a pretty good player. So, what happened there is they gave Laddams and 16 to Swans, and they got 12 in return. So, they're working their way up the first rounds. So, they can get a pretty good player at pick 12. But, yeah, it was an okay trade period for Port Adelaide. Alright, now about a minute ago, we were just talking about North Melbourne. Here's Richmond. I've given them a C, a 6 out of 10, and a final result okay. Giving up Callum Coleman-Jones, again, wasn't Richmond's ideal thing. I remember about yesterday, they managed to make a pick swap, whether it was yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago now. They managed to make a pick swap. It was yesterday or 2 days ago, but they managed to make a pick swap with Collingwood where they got 27 in the door. But they've got a really strong attacking draft hand, which is going to be a good thing for Richmond to go and draft some really good players. It was annoying losing Callum Coleman-Jones, but they did get Robbie Tarrant in return, a veteran who could probably win an All-Australian jacket at the Tigers in the couple of years he has left in him. Alright, now to St Kilda, which again, St Kilda, I'm pretty sure they were only involved in that pick swap with the Dogs, the Crows and the Demons. So they had a very inactive trade period. The only thing they did was that, and they delisted some players. So that's a massive E- and a 3 out of 10 and a loss for me. St Kilda, nah, they weren't even on the money. And I'm pretty sure the picks that they got were in the 60s. So they tried going for Tristan Xerri. They were never going to get him because they didn't have any good picks that were going to do it. So, yeah, again, this is a very unsuccessful trade period for St Kilda. Alright, now moving on to Sydney, who you can say at parts they had massive wins and at parts they had massive losses. You can say the one loss was Dawson, the one win was Laddams. That is what happened. So, Sydney, I've given them a D+, a 5 out of 10 and an okay. Because it's not like you can replace Dawson for Laddams. That's just not going to be able to work. But you do have Laddams there for when Hickey retires, which will, again, he's still got a few years left in him, Hickey. But when he does leave Hickey, Laddams will be able to fill that role, and he's a good forward as well, so they can play him next year as a forward as well. Losing Dawson to Adelaide though was annoying for Sydney. That'll sting, but they got some good return. Melbourne's future at first, so they'll just be hoping that Melbourne can slide down a ladder. But again, an okay trade period for Sydney. Alright guys, now to second last club, West Coast, grade D, ranking out of 10, 4 out of 5, final result bad. West Coast only got Sam Preskey-Seaton. I don't really think they got anyone else. They may have got like a couple of picks here or there or something like that, but not too much more. Again, for West Coast, it wasn't the best trade period at all. Yep, D, 4 out of 5 and a bad. Just not the best for West Coast. Alright guys, now into the final club, the Western Bulldogs. I've given them a C, 6.5 out of 10 and a decent now. The Western Bulldogs, they may have lost Lewis Young. I'm pretty sure 10 minutes after they went and got Tim O'Brien, so they were pretty well set there. The thing about Tim O'Brien is he's so versatile. He's going to really help the Dogs. Now, yes, the Hawks lost him to free agency, which the Dogs got him for free, but he's going to be a good player. And yeah, that's probably about it for the Western Bulldogs, and that's it for this video. So I do hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you guys will be notified when more videos come out. That's it from me now, guys. So bye, guys. Fire plays out.